One of the orange tanagers just landed up in that little tree right over yonder. Ah, yes. Let it be all right. Let it be all right. Michael Beckwith playing in the background here. Rashini in his element, having fun. He had his good long run. I bicycled Garuda. Doing much better on the hills. Yes, my legs are feeling it. Can't wait to pick up some more salt. Clean the bathtub. Do a salt bath. I was talking to a sister about that, and she's like, oh, see, that's why I need you here. All these good little tricks. Well, I've learned them from other folks. We've been passing them down for generations and generations through our stories. Well, before the written word, now we can write them down. Now we videotape them. Anyway, yep, let it be all right. And just, oh my gosh, it's like something really clicked in the past week or two. And, you know, you're doing the ping pong back and forth. Well, now it's just OMG. Yeah, that deep inner knowing, life's deep knowing, life's inner knowing. That, man, you know, shit's gonna really start a rocking and a rolling. And whether, you know, I heard Stefan and I've heard that wisdom, you know, sometimes it just takes a big thing to take place. And we all know that. You know, you get to the bottom of the pit, so to speak, and it's like, hey, you know, what is the real thing underneath it all? It's like, hey, you know, shit's gonna happen. Are you gonna have fun with it and dance through the storm, or are you gonna go into that deep suffering place? And for me, it's, and I think many of us in the family, it's, you know, my gosh, let's have fun with it. You know, if whatever is going on, you know, turn on some music and sing through it. Turn on some music and dance through it. If you don't have any music, well, my Lord, start singing. Start singing and create some music. So, life's deep inner knowing. God is here to have fun. And that doesn't mean that, you know, the shit doesn't hit the fan. It doesn't mean that there's no pain. It doesn't mean that there's no tears or crying or grief, or, you know, you might even get angry. And and as a sister shared this morning, you know, there's something down underneath that anger. What's underneath that anger? There's something, an expectation, belief. There's something that created the anger, the frustration, the getting anxious, whatever that may be. And that is what, you know, you just move through that and beyond that, and you're here and you're alive and you're experiencing life. So that goes back to that. Well, are you in peace, or are you in bliss and love, or are you in fear and scared? And it's not that you don't get scared, but that's that courage piece. That's that strength, that resilience piece, and moving on through it. And yeah, that's one of the other reasons I love getting on with the family every morning, and they've become family. is, you know, you wake up and you're alive, you're breathing, and you connect with spirit, whatever your practices are, and then you get on with your family and connect, and it's like, yeah, my brothers and sisters are alive, today's a good day. And yes, I have an outline for the day, but you go along with the flow and whatever takes place, and be in that love and be in that bliss and be in that inner knowing, and do what brings you joy, getting out in nature and experiencing life and saying good morning to the birds and so forth, and feed your intelligence, learn something new, experience something new, experience life, have some laughter, you know, break up that energy and have some laughter, and eat some good nutritious food, and feed your body, and feed your mind, feed your soul, feed your spirit. Feed each other, you know, feed that social side, and sit in that gratitude and prayers, and what's the experience for today. And maybe it's traveling, you know, these souls are traveling along the highways, getting ready to experience something. Then enjoy the harvest of the day, enjoy the food that you've given your body and your mind and your spirit and each other. And then lay in that resting. That's the medicine wheel of the day, or the circle of the day. We're experiencing all the different elements of the day. Experiencing the different animals of the day. You know, the early morning birds, going to the waters and experiencing the swimming ones, going to the earth and experiencing the four-legged or the creepy crawling ones, and then into the night, experiencing those of the night, and wake up. If you were all blessed to wake up the next day. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, hey. Well, yesterday I got to experience my journal entry here. Got to experience the beautiful experience of going to the eye doctor when we left here, and I could have walked there. It's just literally right around the corner from the apartment, but I'm grateful I didn't, because that would have been a slightly longer torture, so to speak, of having my eyes dilated. It's been years and years and years since I've gone to an eye doctor, so I got to experience that. He was a beautiful soul. It was a wonderful little facility. Well, not really small. They had quite a building. And the checking in with your driver's license and the little computer thing that, you know, that you put it in and it scanned your driver's license and your card and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so went on into my eyes are beautiful. My farsightedness from many, many years ago of the LASIK surgery is still holding strong, good and true. And yes, I knew I was a little bit dehydrated, so I'm sure my vision, especially the nearsightedness piece, would have probably been a little bit different, but hey, my eyes are healthy. They were just a little dehydrated, and gave me my prescription, and he's like, I really like your eyeballs set up there. Sapsucker just landed in the tree. And he's like, maybe they can get you set up with something like that, you know. But with the VA, they handed me my prescription, and he was all ready to share with me, you know, hey, we could do it this way. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 VA is taking care of everything. So I'm so, so grateful for the VA. And we're gonna, when we leave here, we're gonna go up there and drop off the prescription and get that process started. But I made it back to the apartment. There's another sapsucker coming into land. Can't get a visual on that one. This one's blending into the trees so beautifully. And so I'll scan back down here to the hunting Dachshund, pulling out his dash hound part of him, his little wiener dog. He is a Chiweenie. So we had our tamale and the apple. I put the tamale in to cook, and I went ahead with the apple and peanut butter, and on to the call with my grandmothers, and it was so beautiful. I chose to come in with a telephone, and we had a beautiful, beautiful topic, and everyone was sharing their stories, and I'm like, you know, I strained myself enough to get to the house, to the apartment with the dilation, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna probably be in quiet mode. I got to speak for a sister, but went right into just sitting back and closing my eyes and listening to those beautiful sisters sharing their stories. And it was such a wonderful little journey that I began on. Oh, it was so sweet. And I don't remember any of their stories. I don't remember the call ending, the prayers, but it was beautiful, beautiful energy, and kind of holding that space in my own way. I woke up a couple of hours later, probably like 4 o'clock, so I'm grateful that the Zoom line just automatically shuts all that off, and I was in that beautiful silence. So listened to my astrology and ate my tamale. She was definitely warmed up by that time and kind of cooked dry almost. But Rashini and I enjoyed that. He loves the beef that comes out of the center of it. And was actually in a beautiful space of just being and catching up with the astrology, catching up with the Earth Master, and did go into a small period of writing and working on my project, and then went right back into La La Land with a couple of other tarot readings, which were right along the same lines of life's deep inner knowing and just being in that space of celebration and continuing on this trajectory, and just and then Stefan came on and was sharing a lot of the planetary alignments and AI Atlas, and you know, going into some deeper meanings of even the name. I mean, there is a lot to a name. The name of AI Atlas and so forth, and connecting that in with the prophecies and those deep, deep inner knowings, and just, yeah. I mean, you can't make this shit. Well, you can try. And I'm sure, you know, Spirit does that through our prayers and our visions and so forth. And so, yeah, you know, this is a beautiful made-up dream that we are living and going through all the processes. And so instead of making it a nightmare, make it a dream. Instead of going into that fear, take it into that peace, love, and harmony, and joy, and dignity, you know? Walk through it proud, like a lion, like a panther, like an owl, like an eagle, you know? Yeah. Anyway, that's what I want to just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I need to go down there and close up his hole and get him back on the path here of running and make our way on back. So thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, family. Thank you, thank you,